Yeah, that's fun when you have a local kid who can do well for the football team.
Well, and for a tight end to catch a ball that's thrown about 35 yards, that's special.
Here's a throw down the sideline. It is caught. Is it a catch? Yeah, nice catch by their favorite receiver again, and that is Jamal Williams.
A nice throw that time by Nicholas Stevens. He lofted that ball up and put it right on the money. And that's Jamal Williams again. He stands 6'6". He's a load to cover, and for a guy that big, he's got good speed too. So that takes the ball all the way into Viking territory. Central Methodist at the Mo Valley 43-yard line.
First down at the 43. For CMU. First down, back to throw is Lewis. Phillips after him, throws the sideline, completes it for only about a 2-yard gain to Stephon Allen.
Nice open field tackle that time by Nate Desmore. And Nate's a name we don't mention all that much, but he's a defensive back. He's a freshman out of St. Charles, and pretty good open field ankle tackle that time.
Second down and 7 from the 40-yard line. Stevens standing back at the 45, wants to run the option. They'll pitch it. The Vikings try to get there. They a little bit late as gain to down to the 35-yard line goes Francis Matthews. One of his first carries of the ball game, and it's going to be third down and 2.
Rafi McClee there to trip him up, but that's a pretty good gain down right at the 35-yard line. Third and about 2 for Central Methodist.
A lot of freshmen out there on this Viking defense right now. Third and 2 as Stevens wants to run the quarterback draw, and he's hit at the line and dropped for no gain. A heck of a play, and leading the tacklers there was Ricky Williams, a freshman. Yeah. Also on the play was Moore, 92, Taylor Moore.
Yeah, nice job by the Vikes, because that play looked like maybe it had some potential, but Williams and Moore closed that hole down very quickly, and it's now, I'd say, no gain on the play. Yeah. Let's call it fourth down and still 2.
Do you think the starters on defense on that sideline are encouraging this group to hold them right here?
Yeah, well, you know they are, and these guys getting a lot of experience, and that's going to pay dividends in the future.
Fourth down ball. The snap is fumbled. They hand it off.
Knee was down, I think. I think Stevens' knee was down.
Boy, the Vikings were all over the running back Matthews, and so this group of defenders held, and they'll take over. Good job. I think the ball, Stevens went to a knee to get that bad snap. So the Vikings take over at their own 37-yard line. Early fourth quarter, leading 48-10.
And Vikes have got this one under control. Yep. Yeah, and about this time in the third quarter, we were sweating bullets up here, thinking maybe, boy, this Central team, they're 2-0 in conference play. Maybe they're for real. And they are a good ball club, but boy, the Vikes have taken complete control of things since that point.
Yeah, it was 20-10. Had we had a bad kick return and a 3-and-out, who knows? But Davis brought it back all the way to the 42. The Vikings went right down the field, got that touchdown back, and have never looked back.
No, they haven't, and it's been with the passing game, the running game in the first half and the passing game in the second half.
Bruce Reyes remains in at quarterback, at least early in the fourth quarter. Gives it off to Dahl. Nigel breaking tackles across the 40 out to the 43, a gain of 6.
Nice job by Nigel that time, reversing his field. He was tripped up there by Colin Teal, a junior out of Fairgrove, but Nigel started to the right, cut back to the left, found a hole, and got 6 on the play.
Some of our viewers are giving us scores here. It looks like Benedictine defeated Graceland 58-13 today. And how about this one, Joe? Number 4 Grandview, if this score is correct, beat number 3 Xavier 48-21 today.
Yeah, good game there.
Benedictine will move up in the rankings. The Vikings might too. Here's Dahl protecting that football as he goes straight upfield, and I think he's got a first down all the way to the 49-yard line.
Grandview, haven't heard that. You say Grandview?
Grandview out of Des Moines.
Haven't heard that much about them.
I think they're an up-and-coming team, and there has been some talk of maybe in the future them joining this conference, but again, that's just talk.
If they beat St. Xavier, they must be for real.
Pretty good team. I think they're ranked number 4 this week. Of course, number 1 team is Morningside out of Sioux City. The Vikings were 8 coming in. Benedictine number 7.
I wish we'd have had a chance to play Morningside last year. I think that would have been a heck of a national championship game.
49-yard line, first down. Dahl, sweep left, breaks one tackle, stays on his feet. Mouthpiece goes flying. And he goes out of bounds at the CMU 45, and that drew oohs and ahs from the crowd.
That was a big monster hit. Nigel Dahl was not going to go down that time, and he drags tacklers all the way into Central Methodist territory, just shy of the 45-yard line. So, again, that's one of the strengths of this Vikings team. As you said, this is the fourth running back we've seen today, and it's hard to say who's the best. Different guys on different days, you know.
Different runners, you bet. Daniels has a couple of touchdowns this afternoon. Second down and 5 from the CMU 45-yard line. Daw again finds a little hole. He's got a first down as he ducks that head, gets inside the 40 down to the 39.
And the crowd thinks that should have been a targeting right there. I think that's what the crowd thinks. Nigel looks like he took a helmet. I think he took a helmet in the back, and he's on the ground right now.
He's down, and no flag was thrown. And again, Joe, I almost agree with him. What's to say, because he's going down the ground, it looked like they led with the helmet there, that's not a targeting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't. We're going to watch it here on our replay on live stream. Oh wow, that was total helmet to helmet as he was going down.
Yeah,
that was a total. You can see it on our replay, and my goodness, that should. Now Dahl's up and okay. That's the key.
Yeah.
But Nigel Dahl, he was hit hard, and we watched that on the replay, and that was helmet to helmet. Paul Troth comes all the way out. Nigel's up. Here it is, Joe, if you can see it. We're watching on our live stream monitors. He's going down. It is helmet to helmet.
No doubt about it. Wow. And no flag.
So if there's such a thing as a targeting penalty, that was it.
Yep.
But again, there are not cameras at most NAI or D2 games, so that's going to be a tough one to enforce. But it's first down. Nigel's up and all right, thank goodness. And it's first down at the 39-yard line. Chaz Matty giving us that replay on our monitor here. Keith O'Neill back into the game. Keith squirts to the outside. Keith has a hole inside the 25. Stiff arms one eagle and is run out of bounds at the 19-yard line. First down.
Yeah, nice speed that time. Good job of getting to the outside by O'Neill. Ryan Restemeyer, the freshman, wrestles him down, but not until Keith gets the ball all the way down inside the 20-yard line. I think we're going to mark it right on the 20. So down to 10:40 left in the game. Vikings with a comfortable 48-10 lead, knocking on the door again.
First down. Reyes stays in the game. Vikings, you might say, why is he still in the game? They still have some things they want to work on. A lot of season left. This offense is chugging along, at least here in the second half. They give it to O'Neill. Sweep to the left side. O'Neill bounces to the outside. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and then ridden down to the turf by Hunter Kelly.
Yeah, and you talk about the offense still being out there. And the offense looked very good 2 weeks ago against Mid-America, but quite honestly, looked sluggish for a good part of the game last week up at Culver Stockton. So I know Coach Troth and the staff, they want to get the execution, the timing, get everything together, because we've got a lot of big conference games coming up.
Oh, yeah. And Benedictine rolling along. Baker's coming up. There's
Evangel here for homecoming.
Got to go on the road next week to Graceland. And they whipped pretty good today, so they'll be hungry.
And that's a tough place to play up there.
Back to throw is Reyes over the middle, and he throws an interception. Reyes threw it right to, I don't think he ever saw Halen Jacobs. He couldn't have seen him. He threw it ball right to him as he was kind of covering the middle position. So that's Bruce's first interception of the day. His fifth on the year, and CMU takes over.
And Bruce only threw that ball about 5 or 6 yards. I mean, it wasn't a long pass. I think you're right. I think the defender just got right in the path. Hayden Jacobs got right in the path there, and Bruce didn't see him.
Yeah, he could not have seen him because he threw it right to him. Thought maybe the tight end was there or someone, but it certainly wasn't him. Well, CMU takes over. They're not going to win this football game, but they'd like to drive downfield again. Giving some of these young guys a chance to get back into the game. Here is a handoff for just a couple of yards, and Caleb Borghardt is back into the game at quarterback. He started, played all but 2 series of the first half, and then Stevens was in, and now Borghardt is back in the game. That was a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. We're down to the 9-minute mark, and Valley leading 48-10. Borghardt Now he wants to throw to the sideline, and this one is caught. Nice catch at the 40, up to the 41, 42-yard line. And that was Sean Whitley. He's had a big game.
Rafi McClee and Nate Desmore are there to make the stop of the Vikings, but a nice gain there on that Borgert to Whitley pass. That's a 1st and 10 across the 40, ball at about the 47-yard line for Central Methodist in Viking territory.
Borgert stands back at his own 42. A bad exchange, and the Vikings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them make him pay for that. You make a little mistake like that, and you let a play take longer than it should to develop, the Vikes are going to get you.
Yeah, a new name for the Vikings in on that tackle, Ryan Zafka, a senior defensive lineman out of St. Louis, along with Rafi McClee there to jump on the ball carrier after the fumble. So that's going to make it 2nd down and about 15 for Central.
Vikings pressing up on those receivers on 2nd down. They try to run the quarterback. Burkhart running, and he's upended right at midfield.
That Desmore, wasn't it?
Boy, nice play. As Burkhart carried the football, you're right, and Desmore hit him and upended him right at the 49-yard line of the Vikes. 3rd down and 7. He may say, I don't want to run that again.
Vikings do a pretty good job open field tackling. They must work on that quite a bit.
Now he rolls, does Borgert. He's going to throw over the middle. Receiver there. Catch is made at the 29-yard line. And stopped. Good catch by Cody Skinner. First time we've called his name all day. And the Eagles are hustling to get up to the line of scrimmage here. 7:41 to go.
Skinner out of Slater, wide receiver out of Slater. Tackled there by Leland Anderson and Sean Lewis, but good to see Cody catch a pass. He was a good athlete for the Wildcats.
Borgert wants to get the Eagles in the end zone one more time. They're going to hand it off. No, to Coons. Coons does keep it. He breaks a tackle. He's inside the 25-yard line. Rafi McClee makes the tackle, but not before he gets to the 23, and that'll be 2nd down and 2nd coming up.
Yeah, you know, Rafi McClee's developed into a pretty good defensive player. He was a running back here for the first 2 years of his career. Last year converted to a linebacker. Good punt blocker. Hadn't blocked one this year yet, but he will.
Here's the pass over the middle, and that's incomplete. Boy, that was a dangerous pass. He tried to throw it over the middle.
Yeah, it was Desmore. Desmore on the coverage.
Good job, isn't it?
Yeah, he hit the receiver about the same time the ball got there.
Chris Denton was the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd down and a yard. That stops the clock. 7:02 to go. Vikes are going to win this one up 48-10. Scoring 28 unanswered points in the last 7 minutes of the 3rd quarter. We'll have the coach on after the game, of course. Borgert rolls the option. He's going to keep it. Needs a block. He gets it and tries to stay in bounds on the far side. Pushed out right at the 10-yard line. It may be 1st and goal coming up here.
Yeah, Central driving, and we're down under 7 minutes in the game. So Vikes are going to win this one. I got a lot of the second teamers in on defense. You know they'd love to keep the Eagles out of the end zone.
Borgert has Coons as his running back. Maurice Kuhn. And they're going to fake it to him. Borgert runs, throws, wide open in the end zone. He missed him. He had a receiver wide open in the back of the end zone and overthrew him. It'll be 2nd down and goal coming up from about the 10-yard line. Should have been a touchdown. And that was Skinner.
He was open that time. The ball just overshot. He ran a good pattern, a little out pattern, and he was there, but Borgert just a little bit too much mustard on it.
So 2nd and goal from the 10. Borgert was rolling to his right when he threw that ball. And now he'll hand it off. No, Borgart's going to keep it. Throws, and this time he has a receiver wide open in the end zone. John Whitley, and CMU gets a touchdown.
Yeah, that's 2 receivers right in a row been open. Nice job by Borgert as he did a good job finding the open receiver. And the Eagles really have moved the ball on offense pretty well here since the early part of the game.
So they get that touchdown to make it 48-16. Extra point attempt coming. Rivera will attempt that. Here come the Vikes after it. He gets it away, and it is good. So CMU scores again to make it 48-17. 6:37 to go. Vikes will have the kickoff, and we return in just a moment.
Arcadian Moon Vineyards and Winery in Higginsville is the perfect place to relax with friends and enjoy a glass of wine. You'll find a gift room with unique wine-related gifts. There's always something happening at Arcadian Moon, so like them on Facebook and keep up with all the happenings. They also have RV hookups with full service and room to rent just off the deck. Hours are Sunday through Thursday, 10 to 7, Friday and Saturdays, 10 to 10. The beautiful Arcadian Moon Vineyards and Winery, located on Old 40 Highway, just west of Higginsville.
48-17 is our score. Joe will have a visit with Paul Troth after the game down on the field. 2 o'clock next Saturday is a kickoff from beautiful Lamona, Iowa, Joe. So we'll make that trip next Saturday morning and want to go up there and get a win. The Yellow Jackets just were pounded today by Graceland. I think it was 58-13 pounded by Benedictine. So they'll be hungry. And you never know what the weather's going to be up there, so we'll just get up there and hopefully just get a win and get out of there.
I think I've been in the booth with you. This is my 4th year, and I think this is our 3rd trip to Graceland.
It seems like we go there every year.
And it's always windy and always just a little nippy up there.
So we'll head up there 2 o'clock. We'll be on the air on KMMO Marshall, Stretch Internet.
Look at the formation Central's running on the kickoff.
Yeah, when they do that, they all bunch together, then they spread out. Here's the kick going deep into the end zone.
No.
And Turk's going to run it out of there.
I don't know.
He gets to the 10. He gets to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 37-yard line. He took that about 7 yards deep, Darian Turk. And he brought it up the left side. He just used that speed to get all the way out to about the 37-yard line.
That's one of those, go, great run. You know, yeah, Turk's got speed. He's a guy that's going to break a lot of big plays this year. He's already broken several so far, but nice job that time and brings that one all the way out, like you said, to the 37.
So the Vikes going to go to 3-1, 3-0 in conference play. They'll be tied with Benedictine after today. Bruce Reyes staying in at QB. We'll see Zach Dorton probably late in this quarter, maybe on the next series. Vikings would like to have one more series out of this first team offense. As Reyes takes it, hands it off to O'Neal. Keith bounces to the outside, then he's going to be pulled down at the 40. The one thing about Keith, he's fast, he's quick, but he's not very big. And once they get a hold of him, he's going to go down most times. It's second down at about 8, gain of 2.
He's not going to drag him too far, but B.R. Wenzel and also Trevor Miller, linebacker there to make the stop for Central. Let's call that a gain of 3 for Keith O'Neal. Ball across the 40 at about the 41, 2nd and 7 Vikings.
Ball's at the 41-yard line. 48-17, 5:57 to go. Good crowd here. Some of them starting to head out now. No, this one's well, and Trey Rich goes in motion. They'll hand it off to O'Neal up the middle. Keith gets out to the 44-yard line. Bring a 3rd down and about 4. Benson stays in the game. We're down to the 5:30 mark. Vikings exploded midway through the 3rd quarter to take complete charge of this game. They lead it now 48-17.
Yeah, and just kind of you're probably going to try to put the running game together. The passing attack's what got us those 4 touchdowns in the second half. And now let's see, had good running attack the first half. Let's see if we can put another good drive together in the last 5 minutes.
Vikes would like a couple of first downs here, and that would take most of the time off the clock. 3rd down. Reyes rolls, pumps once, throws, and it's complete to Owens. Owens gets the first down. He's lifted up off the turf and dropped down at the CMU 43, but that's a first down. Nice catch there by Sean Owens, the backup tight end.
You know, Sean made some big catches for us last year out of that tight end position. It looks like maybe a Central Methodist player or a Viking player maybe on the sideline. It's a Viking player. That's probably Sean Owens. I think he looks like maybe he took a good shot, but I'm not sure.
It looks like it's one
no,
of the
it's not. He's on his feet. Sean's on his feet, so it's not Sean.
And it looks like a cramp because they're holding the leg. It's one of those big linemen.
Yep.
Can't see the number yet of who it is over there on the far side. But the Vikes now in charge of this one. 48-17. Ball is at the 43-yard line. They're working on that lineman over there. Let's take a quick 30-second break. We'll come back and tell you who that gentleman is. But we'll be back in 30 seconds, Viking Sports Network.
Thinking about a new tractor this year? Don't buy until you check out the full line of McCormick tractors at Concordia Implement. From 22 to 213 horsepower, McCormick and Concordia Implement have the affordable tractor to fit your needs. And right now we have excellent financing offers that will make your purchase even easier. Come by and see Robert or Chris today. Call us at 463-2844, and you can always check us out on the web at concordiaimplement.com. McCormick and Concordia Implement, a combination that can't be beat.
First down for the Vikings. The ball is at the CMU 42-yard line. We're down to 4:47 to go. Vikes are going to be 3-1 on the year. With number 2 team getting beat, they may improve their rankings. Here's O'Neill, push back. He'll lose a yard. It'll be second down and 11.
You're right, though. They hit Keith that time and drove him back. He keeps those legs a churning, but a pretty good tackle that time.
Derek Milhop, number 68, comes into the lineup now for the Vikings.
I'd like to see Bruce Morrow get a shot at a field goal.
Zach Gibson leads the lineup.
Dan Morrow. Excuse me.
Burden's in the ball game. Keon Burden. O'Neill. Trey Rich, one of the wide receivers. Benson's still out there. Second down and 11. The Vikes taking that play clock all the way down to 6, to 5, to 4, to 3, to 2. Now Trey Rich goes in motion. Here's the snap. They hand it off to O'Neill. Keith running backwards. Now reverses his field. Going to be down way back at the 45-yard line. So it'll be third down and a bunch. But more importantly, the clock is moving under 4 minutes now.
Yeah, Vikes just want to eat it up. They really don't want to score anymore. It's 48-17. That's a pretty convincing win. Let's don't do anything. It's going to get us in trouble. Let's just run it out.
Marcus Brinkley up off the bench, putting his helmet on. He'll be in if the Vikes can't do something here. Part of the special teams.
Marcus again, the Tipton product, played on some very, very good teams down there.
Third down and a bunch. Have to get all the way to the CMU 32-yard line to pick up a first down. The key part of this game, well, the Vikes had the lead, but 4 touchdowns in the final 7 minutes of the third quarter. Here's a little screen pass to O'Neill, gets back to midfield, and Maiden's going to be in to punt it away again. Jason Maiden.
Jason hasn't punted. Is this first time he's punted this half?
Yeah, I believe the first time this half. He really did a nice job in the first half. He had one punt deep in our own end where it was a short hop, and he picked it up on the short hop and boomed it out of there, and that was just a huge play early in this game. 48-17, it's all Vikings. Maiden standing back at his own 35. Waits for the snap. Play clock at 6 as he gets the snap. And nice high spiral. Fair catch called for. It's inside the 5. Takes a good bounce back outside the 10 and down at the 12. That's what he's been trying to do all afternoon. Got that ball inside the 10. It bounced sideways, and the Vikes down it at the 12-yard line. Nice job by Jason Maiden, averaging over 42 yards a punt coming into this game.
I think Jason kicked that one with a pitching wedge. He had a pretty good bite on that one.
You know, we were talking about him last week with when he was recruited to come here, then went to Northwest Missouri State, didn't want to play football, called Coach Hunnell back and said, hey, I've changed my mind, I want to play. And as Coach Hunnell said, what a find.
Oh, we're glad he did.
I mean, my goodness. Look what he's done punting the ball for us.
He came in here and followed Healy, who was a great punter,
And Jason Maiden, that is a big weapon to have. First down for CMU deep in their own end. Maybe their last drive of the game. As they're going to run a pitch to the outside. Vikings are there, and they'll stop this play for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards.
And Nate Desmore there to sniff it out again. And boy, he's been all over the field. This is the first time really watched him play that much, but he's been pretty impressive with that second-team defense.
I think he wants to get some more playing time.
Yeah, he's looked good. Good pass coverage, good open field tackling.
Marcus Jackson was the runner, but he lost about 4 yards. It'll be second down and 16. We're down to the minute 44. Borghardt standing at his own 2-yard line. He will hand it off, and good yardage outside the 18 to the 19-yard line. It'll be third down. Running hard there was Steven Jackson, but it'll be third down and about 4, down to a minute 22. Valley's going to go to 3-1. CMU will drop to 3-2, and they'll drop 2-1 in the conference, and the Vikes and Benedictine will be tied for the conference lead.
Ricky Williams, Luke Fisher, and Sean Lewis there on that last tackle for the Vikes.
Third and about 4. Hand it off again. Looking for first down yardage and getting it. Out to the 29-yard line goes Jackson. That'll stop the clock with a minute 2 to go.
Well, Mr. Desmore there on the stop, and I think I'm going to head down to the field.
All right, so Joe we'll have a conversation with Paul Troth after the game. And the Vikings are going to go to 3-1 after that season opening loss. They have been on a pretty good roll. Borghardt wants to throw, quick pass, that's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Chris Denton and threw it by him, incomplete. Second down coming up, 48 seconds left. 48-17 Valley. Broadcast brought to you by John Rector Motors, Community Bank of Marshall, Blackburn, Malta Bend, Waverly, and Sweet Springs, and Marshall Service Company, and Lime Cooler Insurance of Marshall. 2nd and 10, clock stop, 48 seconds to go. Vikings showing blitz on the second down play. And they're going to run the draw play and pick up a few yards up to the 35. See if Jody Ford's going to run another player. They say that's about it. Down to 38 seconds left. Thanks for all of you for listening today, viewing on live stream, and listening on KMMO, listening also as well on Stretch Internet. Next week we'll be on KMMO and Stretch Internet. Andrew Human had a big game, a couple of interceptions and a fumble recovery. 3rd down at about 4. Borghardt will take the snap with 13 seconds remaining. He is going to be sacked, fitting into this game. Well, it wasn't Borghardt, it was Jacob Jackson who was in for that play. He takes a sack, and that's going to do it. Vikes win it 48-17, exploded for 28 unanswered points in the third quarter to win this one, going away 48-17. We'll start the post-game show in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
LaCrosse Lumber in Marshall has what you need for all your home painting projects. They offer top-quality Glidden paint at very affordable prices. For your exterior painting needs, Glidden Spread House Flat Paint is unsurpassed in quality, convenience, and durability, and is now featured at LaCrosse at only $30.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Your ads are in.
Okay, yeah, we'll just keep taking some, though.
All right.
The huge variety of colors at only $26.50 a gallon. For quality Glidden paint, visit LaCrosse Lumber, 152 West Morgan in Marshall.
GE Profile Series appliances offer the best in contemporary design matched with the latest kitchen technologies. Every appliance displays a sleek, cosmopolitan, and modern look that matches your every last taste in the kitchen and home. GE has offered 100 years of performance, quality, style, and innovation. And we're just getting started. See the GE Profile appliances at Charlie's Appliance Sales and Service, 450 West Boyd in Marshall, where you will also find a complete service department ready to meet all of your service needs too.
Well, the Vikings win it going away today, 48-17. The game a little closer than that. Valley had a 20-3 lead at the break. CMU scored the first touchdown of the second half, and all of a sudden it was a 20-10 game and all the momentum. But Jarrell Davis took the ensuing kickoff. A nice return to the Valley 44-yard line. They went into score after that, and then they took off, scoring 4 touchdowns in the final 7 minutes of the third quarter to put this game away and win it by the score of 48-17. With the win, Missouri Valley now tied for first in the Heart of America Conference with Benedictine. Benedictine had the easy win today over Graceland. CMU was tied for the conference lead, but they lose today. They fall to 2-1 in the league and 3-2 overall, while Valley improves their record to 3-1. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll go down to the field, and Joe All will have Coach Paul Troth. That's coming up in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. Not Agency. Your local independent agent can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Not Agency.
I love afternoon games.
Do you eat nails for breakfast? Then you'll appreciate Kubota's tough M-Series tractor. Available with 84 to 135 turbocharged horsepower. The M-Series have direct injection Kubota diesel engines, fully synchronized transmissions, 5-speed turn, and ergonomic comfort cabs. The M-Series are some of the toughest, hardest working, most dependable mid-size tractors on the planet. Kubota, everything you value. See Marshall Service Company in Marshall today.
Coach Paul Trott talking to his team as they win this one 48-17. Vikings scored first. We're in control 20-0. CMU got a field goal with 5 seconds or less than 5 seconds to go in the half. Then when they scored in the second half to make it 20-10, they had all the momentum after an interception, kind of a questionable non-pass interference call, but nonetheless an interception went in to score, and they had the momentum. But the Vikings came back on the next possession, got a good kick return from Davis, and then Jarrell Davis, and then went in to score, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open, and the Vikings scored 28 unanswered points in the last 7.5 minutes of the third quarter. So that was a big part of the ball game for the Vikings as they win it 48-17. The Vikings now go to 3-1 on the year, and I think we're down to Joe All down there. Let's go down with Joe, and he's got the coach.
But, Coach got a little hairy there in the third quarter. Central Methodist had the momentum. It was 20-10. And, boy, Bruce Reyes, I thought, did a great job on 5 straight passes downfield. He hit Jonathan Bird. He hit Zach Thomas one time. He hit Alex Benson. He hit Mikael Johnson. And he hit one more. I can't remember the others. But 5 straight throws, and all of a sudden you got 4 touchdowns.
Well, that was something that they were overcommitting to the run, and we're always a little bit stubborn about it. But it was good. I thought Bruce did a good job distributing the ball. Our receivers caught it, and they left us some things open back behind. So, it was good to see. We did what we needed to do. We got to try to get better each week.
Jarrell Davis, I guess, caught the other pass, but a big game on defense for Andrew Human, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery.
Yeah, he doesn't get a chance to touch the ball that often, so it was good to see him make plays. He's a good player and been very solid. He's a senior captain, so we want him to make those plays, and he had a good game today.
I'm going to defend a couple of your players. I know in the last 3 weeks you had a couple of guys ejected from the game for intentionally leading with a helmet. And, we're not going to talk about the officials, but it's a rule that's there. And maybe if that's going to happen, if there's a question whether it's intentional or whether it's incidental, maybe we need to have an instant replay because maybe there needed to be penalties, but I'm not sure. I don't think either one of your players should have been kicked out.
Well, it's that new targeting. The rule is not new, but the ejection part is new, the penalty for it. And the officials are in a real tough spot. It's a heck of a thing. It's a judgment call, and I didn't get a good look at it. We'll look at it on film and see. Obviously, the last one that we had happen, we got a player ejected, but then they looked at it afterwards and said it shouldn't have been called. So, it's a split-second decision. The officials are in a tough spot. I feel bad for them because they're trying to officiate the game the way they're supposed to and to keep it safe. But, I didn't feel like either one was flagrant or overly intentional. So, unfortunately, that's part of what we have to just adapt to for right now, and we want to make the game as safe as we can and play hard and physical, but still try to keep the head out of it.
Good job. We'll see you next week at Graceland.
All right, thanks, Joe.
All right, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Coach. And we'll be back and go over some of the statistics of this ball game in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
I'm David Morrow, owner of DC Tree Company in Marshall. For over 2 decades, I've built my business on fair and honest customer service. You know who I am. My name is on my truck. I don't go door to door telling you your trees are ready to fall on your house. I don't collect any money until the job is done to your satisfaction. When you have a problem with a tree, it's just that, a problem, and you want it taken care of by a reputable local company. Call DC Tree Company in Marshall at 886-1080. That's 886-1080.
Well, it looks like on the day, CMU had about 290 yards of offense. That's a little bit more than the Vikings have been giving up. The Vikings, on the other hand, had 451 yards of offense, so they rolled pretty good today. As far as plays from scrimmage, the Vikings 75 plays for CMU, 72 for Valley. But those 28 points in the second half, certainly the big key of the game for Valley. 451 yards. The key is the score. 48-17 was the final score today. So Valley wins it. They got off to a good start. Bruce Reyes with a touchdown. Malachi Daniels had a couple of touchdowns. Bruce Reyes threw for about 3 touchdowns, all in that third quarter when the Vikings scored 28 points in about 7 minutes. That'll do it. The Vikes win at 48-17, tied with Benedictine for first place in the Heart of America Conference. We head to Lamoni, Iowa, and Graceland University next Saturday. We'll be on the air starting at 1:30 for for a 2 o'clock kickoff on Stretch Internet and KMMO. For Joe Auld and also for Chaz Maddie and the entire live stream crew, thanks for listening on KMMO, Stretch Internet, and watching on live stream. I'm Ken Quayava. So long from Greg Mitchell Field.
Missouri.
There you go, sir. You want me?
I'll be with you in just